Okay, this is 5 Minutes with Lisa. Today, we are going back to one of the foundational documents in the profession of Agile coaching. Sungbin is translating this document into his language, and he has asked a really, really good question. What is this document, you might ask? Well, it's something that I wrote with Michael K. Spade back in 2011, and it's called Developing Great Agile Coaches Towards a Framework of Agile Coaching Competency. It was one of the first things we developed when we were thinking of what are the different skill sets and the domain knowledge areas of good Agile coaches. And so Sungbin has a question about the mirror of accountability. So let me read the sentence that this is in. Coaching and facilitation are related areas of expertise. In both, the practitioner is responsible for holding the process on behalf of the client rather than acting as an expert in the content. For instance, the coach holds the mirror of accountability for the individual, team, group, or organization they coach. So what is this mirror of accountability, Sungbin wants to know? Basically, one of the things that Michael and I were trained in the co-active coaches training organization, when we were trained in co-active coaching, is this idea that coaching conversations end with action and accountability, two things that go together, action and accountability. And the accountability is to the action that the client, in this case, a person on a team or a whole team or anyone, the action that that client has willingly chosen. It's an action based on some insight they've gotten from the conversation they've had with you. And so it's something that they want to do. But oftentimes, that action might be a little unusual, or it might take some courage, or it might take confronting something in order to do it. In which case, it is helpful for the client to have the opportunity to be held accountable to themselves. And this is where this is a very different concept. It's not that the client needs to report in to the coach as someone would report into a mother or a boss and say, hey, here's what I did. Here's what I did. Give me a grade on it. Not that at all. It's that the coach is holding what we call the mirror of accountability. So just imagine holding a mirror up in front of someone's face so that they can see themselves. So often when we hold the mirror of accountability for someone, it looks like this. Someone will say, okay, here's the action I want to take, and then we'll design the accountability. And they'll say, okay, I will email you or send you a Slack message by the end of the day, Wednesday, when I plan to have done this thing that I want to do. And I'll say, okay, great. So I'm helping you hold your accountability to yourself. And when you Slack me on Wednesday or whatever, then just tell me what you're learning from either having taken the action or not taken the action. What are you learning so far? And that's what we're most interested in, is catalyzing the learning process for the person rather than them reporting into us how they did. So I hope this is helpful for explaining the mirror of accountability a little bit.